Hi everyone, Summer with Astaria Sen. It's raining out, so sorry if you hear some like thunder and lightning. I wanted to go ahead and do the spread from a spread from Carrie's video about ancestors. I already created my cards, at least as many as I'm going to do at this point. I'll go ahead and show those to you in just a second, but I wanted to show you what I was using. I'm going to use the cards that I created, and particularly I want to connect with my mother, and she's all about unicorns and stuff, so I'm going to use the connection. I'm going to have it to where she starts communicating to me through the Tarot of the Moon Garden, because I think that would be very beneficial. And then I'm going to use this deck with my spreads. And then Rochelle over at Amethyst Ascension a little while ago sent me the 13 sign astrology deck, and I was going through it, just looking at it, trying to find ways that I could use it, because I'm not really like super big into astrology or anything. But I found, like we're working on ancestor work, and I found this card, which is the fourth house, family roots and nurturing, mother, family, home, and ancestors. So I thought I would draw that card into the energy. And then my mother was a Gemini. She was born in June 12th. And so I am also bringing her astrological sign into this reading, and that's how I'm going to use Rochelle's deck. And I'm pretty sure she has a walkthrough of this on her channel. Okay, so my plan is Carrie gave three spreads. I want to use the 5-card spread, and then I want to use her last spread, which is like creating the connection or the energy, right? So I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to show you real quick the cards I actually ended up finishing with my mom. So my mother used to tell me a woman is the center, the heart of the family and the home. So I added her mother's heart as little quotes there. And then you guys saw in the last video the rest of it. This is my Aunt Claudette's card. She was a biker, so I found the Harley Davidson sticker, and I added courage and strong to it. We went to the gardens, the rose gardens and stuff like that when we were in Wisconsin last year. And so that reminds me of her, so I added that there. And she was kind of like sassy. She wasn't very like, she was very like kind of in your face, very abrupt, very sarcastic, and super nice and super sweet and super lovable. But so I put, life is not a fairy tale. If you lose a shoe at midnight, you are drunk. And she was also a heavy drinker. This is my fairy connection card. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. I've got a fairy door here for like that connection, a couple of fairies there, and just decorations. I'm incorporating fairies into both of my ancestor cards too. This one is only partially done because I'm still working through it. Anyway, so my great-grandfather, my grandma's dad, his name was John Wolfe, and I recently found out there's like moss folk in German folklore for fairies, and I'm going to be looking up that. So I added a fairy that looks kind of mossy to this, and I added all the fairy tales to it because I want to like explore that a little bit more. And then I found his name in those little books, those Tim Holtz books, these ones right here. I found his name in it, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I'm going to add it to it. And the same with my great-grandmother. Her name was Mildred Rowley. And so I added that to her, the Irish card. And I've got like the Irish stuff here. And then I've got, she was a believer, far from home. Her name was Mildred Rowley, right? Then I added fairy to it because obviously fairies and Irish. And I've got full of superstitions because I thought that would be really fun to add to it. And then I have, this is my support card. So for this card right here, it's just things that I think sound supportive to me. So believe in yourself, always trust your magic, stay strong, be awesome, and be your beautiful self. And then this is my comfort card. So it's just things that I find comforting. This is actually another artist, and she sent me a sticker. And she's, this little guy's hugging his little stuffed animals, and I sleep with a stuffed animal at night when my husband's not home. And then these are the things that I thought were comforting to me. Good things are going to happen. Love you. Just breathe, and you are enough. And then my last card is a messages card, and it's just random messages, like completely, utterly random, but tried to, I tried to pull things that like stuck out to me. So a wise and prudent word, everyday words, be open to whatever comes next, look at the bright side, see the beauty of this life. It's all perspective. A source of great pride, let it go. Sometimes you have to take chances, just hold on, and probably not a good idea. So that's what I'm going to be using for my ancestor cards. And I feel like that'll work out. So we're just going to go ahead and get started now that I've shown those to you. And I want to do my mom, of course, and I want to do message. I want a message from her. So I'll grab her stuff from that. And I'm this is where I'm going to like build up the energy of my mom, okay? So she was a Gemini, okay? And let's see, we're going to go Gemini back here. And the idea is I am going with mother, family, ancestors. So we're going to put that kind of like behind her, working towards this circle, right? Okay, this circle. And then I need to find a card for me that's going to represent me. So I did not do that in advance, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I decided to go ahead and go back to this deck, and I pulled out Mercury for communication, which I'm gonna kind of like place under the communication card over here, right? Kind of make it work out. And then I'm always the star card, and my deck is Crystal Visions. That's the one I connect to the most. And I am Sagittarius according to True Sidereal, and Capricorn according to Western. I grew up Capricorn, so I let me move my camera here. There we go. So I kind of wanted to bring both of those energies in because I'm working with both of those energies. And then, of course, the star card is me. And I'm putting it directly under my mom to kind of like draw those energies together for us. So that's what I'm going to do. And then here is my Tarot of the Moon Garden deck. And so now we're going to go ahead to the questions. The first question is, what theme or issue do you want to address about my life, Mom? What theme or issue, Mom, would you like to address about my life? What theme or issue would you like to address about my life? All right, so it's going to be really hard because this is like super close. So I'll kind of just shuffle back here. I like jumper cards. Okay, so Enchanted Fern Grotto, which is refuge. I'll have to look in the book and see what that even means. Okay, so that's what she wants to talk about is refuge. So that's number 16. There's a time to go within to seek and find your own inner refuge. Take time for deliberation and reflection. So she wants to talk about me doing my reflections and internal stuff. All right. So let's move on to the next questions that are available. All right, how do you see my life, Mom, in regards to this internal refuge? All right. The Three of Staffs. Okay. I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to pull the rest of the cards. What lesson am I going to learn about this internal refuge? What lesson am I going through? Two of Swords. Okay, interesting. What needs my attention in regards to my internal refuge? Attention. What needs my attention? Okay. Strength. That's interesting. And last, what is the takeaway message? What's my takeaway message from this? They all just kind of slid out of my hand, of course. That's my takeaway message. Okay, there we go. That jumped. Okay. Wowza. All right, all right. let's go ahead and go through this and see what it says. Yeah, this is a thing. Okay, so the refuge, as we know, was talking about, my internal stuff, right? So I've got a clear message about my internal stuff that she wants to talk about. We've got the Three of Staffs, the Two of Swords, obviously. The lesson I'm going through is that I'm blinding myself with the decision, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. And that's interesting. Strength needs my attention. So it's like finding that balance, right? And then death is a transformation. Three of Staffs, I'm not super familiar with. That's a Three of Wands. Wands is fire. I generally associate wands with my creativity, but that doesn't mean my mother will. Staffs. That's Queen. 87653. In the centured watch of white birch trees, a dragon ship casts lavender sails across waves of sapphire and emerald. Laden with the worldly goods, the vessel sets its course, a star and crescent moon in the sextant light. Okay. An established order has been cultivated through the accomplishments of the past. The seeker is now in a position of strength and need not hesitate to expand his or her horizons. Okay. Especially pertinent to business ventures. Hey, business ventures. See, it is about my creativity. This card cautions against forming partnerships. Beware of those seeking a free ride. So it's part of my business. The internal struggle that I'm going through is part of my business, which is true. That's what's happening in my life right now. I'm really struggling with my creative business. So that totally makes sense. The Two of Swords, again, I'm pretty sure that's, me absolutely blinding myself because I'm not even taking the stuff off. Serves as both warning and instruction. There's a tension in the air. Beware of duplicity. Power forces at play. If the seeker finds himself caught in the middle, they need to stand firm to a balance in face of this opposition. Look not at the right or the left, but tend to business at hand. The situation will either dissipate of its own accord, or the two will find the point of convergence. Nonetheless, there are difficult decisions to reach. Their outcome may turn a long-standing truce into total restoration of peace. So I'm still making my decision. I'm still working on my decision. So I think that the lesson I'm going through is that it's sometimes these kind of things are extremely difficult, and it's okay for them to be difficult. I can even let things lie if I need to. I don't have to force myself one direction or the other. I should come to it maybe more naturally. All right, so then we've got this Strength card. Which is in the position of what needs my attention, right? Where's Strength? There's Death. Where's Strength at? Justice. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. Okay. Okay. Like the mighty lion, the Strength card is the guardian in the tarot. This card has the capacity to offset any negativity or misfortune appearing in the other cards. So like the Two of Swords and the Three of Staffs, right? The numerological vibration of the 8 emphasizes this power in its renewal. Instinct will guide the seeker to self-empowerment, self-knowledge, and an honest action or requisition. So maybe I need to pay more attention to my instincts and actually listen to myself, which, that internal battle thing going on in my gut instinct. And then, of course, is Death, which is next. In the reading, this card portends a radical transformation. Death does not make its appearance in literal sense unless it is accompanied by the Ten of Swords, which it is not. It indicates a time for release. Recognize and honor the old, for those are the souls and the affairs that have created this metamorphic moment in your journey. Only the fear of the unknown and a desire to cling to antiquated fragments from your past will cause you pain when this card appears. Welcome the tears, and they will be of short duration. So my struggle is real, and maybe I need to just allow myself to move forward in the way that my gut is telling me to, instead of trying to continue to hold on to things that I've been holding on to with my business. So, that makes sense that she would want to talk to me about that. It makes total sense. That's for my takeaway message. So yeah, this was an interesting reading. I'm glad it didn't get like super emotional. And honestly, Mom, I appreciate you paying attention. So yeah, this was unexpected. Not completely unexpected. I thought maybe she'd, yell at me. But I don't really think it works like that. Not quite so easily. So anyways, I'm just kind of just creating this connection with her. This is the first time I've reached out this way. So yeah, this was enlightening and kind of made me feel good actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a very great day.